How do you go about someone who's single, who's a mature believer, when they've been following the Lord for a long time, and yet they still battle with pornography? How do you help a brother or sister that's stuck in this, especially 2021? It could be a sister that's stuck in this. They're a mature believer. What do you tell them? Do you counsel them? Do you rebuke them? How do you approach it?
Well, there's a passage in Jude that says this. Let me get there. It says this: on some have compassion, making a distinction, but others save with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment defiled by the flesh. And so, as far as how you handle it, depends on the situation. Sometimes a rebuke is exactly what's needed, and other times having a compassionate heart towards people is what's needed. And so what you do is you pray about those things when you're talking to somebody. One of the things that I've found with any kind of counseling is if the person themselves, if they're not interested, then it's most likely going to fail. And so what I do with people when I'm counseling them, my attitude is what I'm going to do is I'm going to be kind to them, and I'm going to tell them the truth, and I'm going to pray for them. And if it goes beyond that, what's going to end up happening is that's going to be because of their reaction to that kind of stuff. So when I'm counseling somebody, I'm not. I am interested in change in their life, but I understand that the change isn't going to take place unless they would like it to. And God obviously has to be involved in this whole thing. And so I don't need to make them do something. What I need to do is tell them the truth, and then they get to make the decisions that they want to make. And that's the case whether you're talking about pornography or whether you're talking about other issues. This guy's been a believer for a long period of time. He should know better, and he needs to get some victory over the whole thing. It's a pitiful thing when somebody continues in a sin that should have been taken care of decades ago. It's like I don't want to be in sins that I was dealing with decades ago, and so. There probably needs to be some exhortation in that arena, and that kind of thing. So rebukes can be a good thing. So just depends on the situation. I would encourage him. Again, one of the things that we get into in our culture is. This whole thing with being accountable to one another, and the Bible does teach that. I need to be able to confess my sins to a brother, and so James talks about that kind of stuff. But one of the problems with accountability groups or an accountability partner is that you can lie to them. And many times in this kind of stuff where it's a life-dominating sin like this, people get tired of being told that they're wrong about something, and so what they'll do is say everything's fine and I'm doing okay and it's not a problem, and they just lie through their teeth to you. But one of the cool things about following Jesus is you can't ever lie to him because he knows exactly what you're doing. And so my ultimate accountability partner, mine, needs to be Jesus, and that needs to be the same situation with everybody else. They need to be walking with the Lord in a way where they recognize that he's there and that he's watching them. He sees what's going on, and that because of that, their life changes. I'll give you another passage here. This is in the book of 1 Peter. It says this: he who would love life and see good days, let him. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, starting in verse 10. He would love life and see good days. Let him refrain his tongue from evil, his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good. Let him seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. And so I think that one of the reasons that counsel can fail, and that people can continue in their sin is because the last part of that verse, they are not taken seriously. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous. His ears are open to their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. And so if I want God on my side, I have to live a righteous life, and then he'll be hearing me, and he'll be open to my prayers. Otherwise, his face is against me. And that's written to Christians. So there you go. Your accountability partner needs to be Jesus.